So for the last 6 months I've been playing bass in a band. Before I only played guitar. So this is what is new here. Before I played with a pick. Like on a guitar, because I played guitar before. But now when I'm playing bass or bass, I've been trying to learn to play with the fingers instead. So the trick is, don't always rest your thumb on the microphone. Only rest your thumb on the microphone when you're playing the upper string. And then do a distinct movement here with the finger towards the thumb. You should always move the finger towards the thumb. It can be this finger or this finger, maybe even this finger sometimes. You can both fingers. And when playing on the other strings, rest the thumb on the string just above the string you're playing. And move the thumb along when you move strings. So this takes a little bit of practicing, but you can learn it. And you can play a scale. So there are some, if you Google for bass finger exercises, you can find some exercises to do. But playing scales is good exercise. And maybe playing to a rhythm. Here I have rhythm in, I don't know if you can hear it. It's a rhythm. Just play to it. So this rhythm, I think I was trying the song Bread Fan. It's actually a guitar riff, but you can practice on bass too. It's a good bass exercise to play the guitar riff of Bread Fan, the start of the song. It goes like this. Now we're going to play it with one finger then. Yeah, that's the rhythm. But with one finger it's a little hard to play. Maybe use two fingers. And you can even use three fingers in this case. And you can use a technique that's called hammer-on. Hammer-on, you only pick one string and then hammer on without using this hand. It's commonly used when playing guitar, but you can use it when playing bass too. And the opposite is pull-off. Play one tone and pull off the string. So hammer on and pull off. You can use both techniques and add the third finger. So then it's a little bit easier to play this riff. And it's a good exercise because you practice hammer-ons, pull-offs, and use the third finger. Okay, and play to the rhythm. Just play anything you want just to the rhythm to practice playing something. octave. It's the same note but one octave up. So this is an A, and this is also an A, one octave up. If you play it on the next string, it becomes, or if you play one on the string and the octave is here. And it's always this interval on the fretboard, no matter which tone you play. If you play an E, it's the same interval for the octave. And most commonly when you play bass, you play the octave and you play the fifth note in the scale or the chord. No matter if it's D minor or D major, the fifth tone will always be here. And then the octave is here. So those three notes are good to play. When you play to a D chord, either D major or D minor, and you can find the fifth one octave down here. Okay, so I play the ground tone, now the fifth, but one octave down, then you get this effect, and it's very commonly used when playing bass. So fifth, and the octave, and the ground tone, and the fifth one octave down. And then you can add the third tone in the scale. So if it's D minor, then the scale is, third tone is 1, 2, 3, this one, and on here it is on the next string. So that one you can add to. But then it has to be a D minor. If it's a D major, then the third note is one fret, what's it called? One fret up. It's a major and a minor. So the thing to remember, the ground note, the fifth, and the octave are always the same, no matter what the chord is, but the third note is different if it's a minor chord or a major chord. Then there are also sevenths and other special things, but you don't usually need them. When moving between two chords, you can try to find notes between the chords, even if it's not in the scale. Try to play them and see if it sounds good, like this. Okay, now I can just add some notes that are not in the scale. Those are not in the scale, this, but it sounds like it's okay to put them into it. That's a little chromatic wandering along the fretboard. And you can also try to experiment to find other tones that are not in the scale. See if it's possible to put them in. Okay, those notes was not in the scale either, but it was possible to add them. But you have to experiment a little until you found notes that sound good, that are out of the scale. But most of the time you play the ground tone. Here's an E. There's an E one octave down. Here's a fifth, one octave down from the high E, and the low E. And you can add more notes, like for instance if it's a minor, this one, you can add fifth one octave up. You can add another octave. So those are the most commonly played notes when playing a chord. And then moving between chords, you can play notes in between that are in the scale. And you can even play like chromatic walks along the fretboard between notes. And just listen if it sounds good. So that's a ground course of playing the bass, but basically you have to listen what sounds good.